Alrighty. So I'm not going to bore you guys to death with the same sort of content that I put up yesterday. I'm just kind of showing you where I'm at with it and what I'm doing a little differently now. Since I'm to depth right here, what I'm doing now is raising the table about 100 thousandths at a time until I get down to, I don't think it'll show up, but there's a mark right there. So I'm going to continue on making some of the cuts that I've been making with this thing. And I'll show you a little bit of that, and then I'll pause it, and then I'll reposition the cutter to start doing, let's see, this section right here. So basically it's going to kind of stair step out a little bit from where I am after about, I don't know, a quarter of an inch or so. So I'll raise a table in a couple, 2 or 3 more increments, and then I'll wind up moving the cutter back out about a quarter of an inch, maybe 200 thousandths, I'm not really sure. But anyways, I'll let you guys kind of watch along what I'm doing here. Let me grab some gloves and put my apron on. So, okay. Fire this bad boy up. Hundred thousand. I guess it's safe to say I'm getting a little too aggressive with this machine. All right, now I need to measure how much deeper I need to cut. Make sure I'm not going to go over with another 100 thousandths. Nope, in fact, it looks like another 200 thousandths. So, let's raise the table another 100,000. All right, and do this all over again. You guys get the idea. Wash, rinse, repeat, right? Doing that. Okay, this time I dialed up another 90 thousandths, and this should be my last cut for this particular step. Also, I realized for whatever reason my drawbar wasn't all the way tight, so snug that up also. Hopefully it won't stop the cutter any longer. We shall see. Oh, and I'm almost out of oil on this oiler. See if I can make it through this all the way. Hopefully now I can move a little quicker with the drawbar tight again. That feels better. Amazing what you can do with a tight drawbar. Now we're talking. That is moving some metal. All right. Now I have to figure out how far to move the table that way to start making this next step. So I'm going to pause you guys for a while I sort that out in my head. Okay, I have moved the table out about 280 thousandths. Now I'm going to raise it another 100 thousandths and start my next cut. All right, see how that works. Alright, so now I'm going to do a little more measuring. I'm going to compare the thickness here to here and see if I've got what I think I should have. This dimension is a little bit important, so I want to try and get it as accurate as I can before I start making any more changes in elevation. So that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, I determined I'm going to cut another 20 thousandths deeper. And then I'm going to raise the table another 100 thou. Alright, let her rip. Alright, now I'll see how much further I've got to raise the table to finish out this step. Alright, very quickly now I'm starting in on the very lower part of this thing. Trying to get this final width down to size. Alright, there's the basic shape of this thing. I'm probably not going to fit on the cross slide just yet, but I'm going to give this thing a try and see how far I'm off. This upper ½ inch is yet to be cut off and milled, And I think I might have a problem with the width of this step right here. So I may have to do a little bit of doctoring on that, but it's definitely not done being milled, but it's into its rough shape. So now I'm going to take it over to the lathe and try it out. Alright, so like I said, this is probably not going to fit, so let's see. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Oh man, it actually fits pretty darn good, all things considered. Alright, so hang on just a second here. I'm almost out of minutes. Alrighty, so now I realized a problem earlier this morning. Oh wow, even that's going to fit, it looks like. The problem is that I'm not going to be able to turn this thing on the angle that I need to be able to increment the threading the way you're supposed to. So I'm contemplating, one, just ignoring that part entirely and doing what I need to do with compound or with cross slide. But the other thing I thought about is doing coordinates between compound and cross slide to make the tool go in on that angle. Anyways, too complicated to go into on this video, but I am tickled to death with that. I still yet got to cut the top ½ inch off, drill and tap some holes to secure the thing, but that is what I was shooting for, and I truly didn't expect it to